the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Stephen Nehrenz.
Very important things to remember with more and more of us outside, trying to find ways to cool off outside. So again, we're looking for the cool down, right? Say it with me. Fall will be here eventually, but we got a long ways to go. As you know, here end of July, early August, this is really when we typically crank up the heat like we are over the next several days. 60 days and counting until fall. 60 days. Will actually be, I could think, technically 59 now once we get past a few more hours here. But nevertheless, it'll be here eventually, but eventually, right, is the key word on that front. Back to today, looking from Gathering Place, we got a lot of sunshine. Once again, we'll have some clouds come rolling in this afternoon. Just not going to slow down the temperatures much. So looking for Gathering Place, still very green with all the rain that we've had, which, you know, usually we start to dry that out. We will dry that out over the next few weeks. 95 degrees, heat index of 100 at the lunchtime hour. Winds are steady. That is certainly helping the cause a little bit here. Dew point values, though, in the upper 60s. I'll show you this again as far as the wind gusts go. That is really what's helping us out. Gusting near 25 miles per hour, and that'll be pretty persistent through the rest of the work week. So that will be the help that we've got from the weather over the next few days for folks that are enduring the heat, folks that are working outside. Of course, there's going to be starting to be more football practices ongoing over the next couple of weeks. Band camp starting to get going. So there will be a breeze, especially for those that have to be out in really kind of the brunt of the heat of the day. Visible satellite right now, you can see a few more little cirrus clouds rolling in here at the lunchtime hour. Not going to impact temperatures too much. You know, this time yesterday, up around Miami and Fairland and Grand Lake, you got a little brief cool down with a couple showers that rolled through. We don't have that today, so you're warming up, heating up like the rest of us. So temperatures mostly low 90s. Heat index values 100 or above, already up to 103 in Okmulgee, 100 in Bristow and Pawnee. Tulsa Metro will keep pushing those higher as well. Hour by hour this afternoon, again, we're going to try and make a run at 100 today. Yesterday's temperatures actually kind of fell below the mark by a few degrees because of some additional cloud cover and higher humidity, but today we're climbing a little bit faster, so we'll try to make a run at 100. Heat index over 105 later this afternoon. It's still kind of hot at the 9 o'clock hour tonight. Here's the hour by hour heat index forecast. Notice how high these go. 105 or above likely across most of northeastern Oklahoma. There will be a couple pockets maybe around Tahlequah Grove that are below the 105 mark, but still, you know, we're all going to be above 100, if not above 105 this afternoon. And still through the 8 to 9 o'clock hour, still going to be pretty hot in most areas. Kind of steady as she goes on this front as far as the heat and humidity are concerned, with highs near 100. Heat index, especially the next couple of days, is when the heat index is most likely to exceed 105. Heading into the weekend, that may limit or may lower just very, very slightly, but nothing, you know, major as far as any relaxing of the heat anytime soon. The only thing that would do that is if we got some sort of organized complex of shower and storms coming in here. We just don't see any signs of that showing up. So again, highs today, upper 90s, some spots briefly hitting 100. Tomorrow morning, what we'll watch for the next couple of days, there's actually going to be a front dropping its way into Kansas Wednesday and Thursday. It's not going to make it here, but if, again, some sort of organized complex of storms got going and dropped south, that may have a little bit more of an influence on our weather. It just doesn't look like that's going to happen. So tomorrow morning, upper 70s, Tulsa probably holding around 80 with the wind and the humidity. We could see a couple more clouds come drifting in south of that frontal boundary tomorrow that may spit out a sprinkle or two. Again, nothing significant. We've got highs tomorrow very similar to today, upper 90s near 100. If we had a little more cloud cover hanging in, that might help us slightly. But again, in general, it's just very steady state, dog days of summer, and I think this 7 days shows it to you pretty succinctly, doesn't it? So again, stay cool out there. This is just what we have to come to expect this time of year. Breezy days, warm mornings, hot afternoons, and again, some humidity to deal with as well. But yeah, there we go. 100-degree heat rolling on over the next several days. We'll eventually hope for some cool downs on the horizon as we head into maybe the next 1 to 2 week period. But again, over the next several days, not a whole lot of change in the forecast.